What up, everybody? I'm still in New York in my friend's dorm at NYU, chilling, hanging out until I go see my family. I just woke up like a few minutes ago and I saw all this news about James Gunn and Black Adam, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. On YouTube, there's all these videos headlining, "No longer part of the DCEU, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson fired." And I'm like, was he fired? We saw what fired looks like. We saw what being let go looks like, and that's Henry Cavill. And then I saw my brother's video, and it was a more optimistic take on the whole thing. After viewing some of the content out there and reading, the statement from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on Twitter, I'm like, I think I'm inclined to agree with Greg on this one. I feel like my brother is right. His optimistic view makes more sense. I'm going to give my, short take on this with a little bit of my own spin. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of those guys who's always been straightforward on the internet, Instagram, whatever, in interviews. He is a no bullshit guy and does not tolerate bullshit. If there is shade to throw, he will throw that shade if it's needed. Shade. This statement does not indicate shade whatsoever. It indicates optimism, if anything, like Greg said. James Gunn and I connected. I'm reading from the Twitter. James Gunn and I connected, and Black Adam will not be in the first chapter of storytelling. Now, is it kind of cryptic still? Sure. He didn't say the second chapter, the third, or the fourth, or whatever, but it was not a definitive Black Adam is no longer part of the DCEU. It was not a definitive I am no longer working in this franchise over here. It was things are still being figured out. It's a dynamic, fluid, evolving thing. It's still being, determined how the course of things. Could it be that Black Adam doesn't fit into this, new DCEU? Sure, that could be the result. We don't know. I don't even know if James Gunn knows at this point. He's still figuring this out, It's a huge extended universe he's trying to build out. He's just trying to get the foundation right now. That's his priority as far as I can tell. Is just wants to figure that out. And unfortunately, Henry Cavill cannot be part of that foundation. Henry Cavill doesn't fit into this new foundation. But even with that, I'm like, Greg pointed this out too, even with that, he could make a comeback. He could make an appearance of some kind. We learned with Spider-Man No Way Home and a little bit with Multiverse of Madness that the audience loves a cameo appearance or a surprise appearance of a beloved character, a beloved actor. With Adam Garfield and Tobey Maguire, that secret was... how well was that secret really kept? We all kind of knew, but it was, kept under wraps until the film came out, and that created so much buzz around the movie. So I feel like we could very well see a situation, with the multiverse and all that stuff, where you have Henry Cavill come back as Superman, but evil Superman, so that Black Adam can have his face off with Superman. That's what I would imagine. Evil Superman is a thing that's been explored before, so I don't see why that couldn't happen. This is my uneducated, uninformed conjecture on the whole thing. So I feel like we could see Henry Cavill come back and have a face off with Black Adam at some point as, the not so good Superman version of himself. Thing. That's my take on this. I don't feel like he's let go. I feel like he's still part of the whole thing. It's just being figured out right now. It just kind of sucks for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because he's put 15 years of his life into this. It's not even 2 months post-release of the movie, and he's being told he's got to wait even longer before he can come back as Black Adam. We don't really have a concept of how long this is going to take. It could be that it's a year or 2 years. Look at the time between Aquaman and Aquaman 2. It's been a while. Who knows how long it'll be before we get a return from Black Adam. All this culminates in me saying, we don't actually know where this is headed. So we need to stop saying that The Rock has been fired. He was not. Even fired doesn't necessarily mean fired. Fired really just means right now, it doesn't look like he's part of the story. And that's not the case with, Black Adam. Right now, he's just in the wings, waiting to come back into the story. That's the current update. It's an ever-evolving thing, and so we don't know until we know. But the conjecture is fun. And I understand how that headline, "The Fired," is very exciting. It's like, what? And so it gets people clicking. I understand why that phrase is used, but it's just not true, according to The Rock's statement. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to enjoying myself here in New York, and I hope you guys are having a happy holiday with your loved ones. For me, it would be a happy Christmas. I'm Jabby Kawai. Peace out.